what better place for us to begin building that database of employees. Child Development Association, that is our first, because you know that you guys voted to have a baby university, right? And thank you very much for helping us. And so we will have a baby university, and we're going to help build staff there at that baby university by certifying those folks that will be working there at that baby university. Also, the auto body and collision, we partnered with Toyota. Irving, Caliber Collision also partners with us in giving the Colinas certification students. And again, remember I said these classes are no cost to participants. So these certifications would probably cost them $1,500 if they were to take. Well, if they come to our program, they can get it at no cost. Entrepreneurship, warehouse, retail, construction, computer literacy, medical assistant for the office, and also hospitality. Okay, well, we know that here in Irving, we also have USCIS, United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, to help students come from places where maybe they've been here as residents, they've been active members of the community, to help them and to help us in getting great taxpayers. We build citizenship classes, so we help students get their citizenship, so they no longer have to be in private. They can actually come and do it the proper way and legally acquire their citizenship. So we help them to pass the test. We partner with USCIS in helping those students pass the citizenship so that they can be legal citizens here in the United States. Next. All right, many of our classes take place in a contextualized fashion, meaning we're teaching workforce training where students can go and get jobs, but we're also teaching those soft skills and those communication skills, because we know that even though you get hired on a job, even though you may know all of the technical work and training and skills, if you don't have those soft skills and those employability skills, like time management, like proper etiquette in the workplace, skills like that, then you're more apt to be terminated because of that. And so we help students with communication skills and with those soft skills and employability, because we hear from the employers and they say, if you can just give me some good employees that come to work on time and help them to understand, these are the things that we need to do when we're working for others and when we're on teams. And so we help in our classes give them the skills, but also give them those communication skills and those English language skills that they need. Okay. All right, so again, these classes are to help students work with their children in school, help them to be better parents, help kids do their homework, because we know a lot of the parents don't speak English, and so it's difficult sometimes when they have to help their kids with homework. And so we are helping them by building family literacy classes with English skills to be better helpers to their children and help them to do better in school, because if the parent does better at speaking and academically, then so does the child, the research says. So Irving ISD is taking part in changing that narrative. Also, for employees, we want folks to get jobs. We want folks to go to work. And we want folks to fill the job openings here in Irving. And so we're preparing students again with those skills so that they can go on to jobs, but we also want them to get promoted and to advance into higher positions, management. We like working with employers. We've worked with several employers here in Irving where we will actually come to your site. If you have a group of employees that maybe need an ESL class, or maybe need a GED class, you want your employees to have an opportunity to get their GED, we'll come to your site if you have a classroom, and no cost to you. We will come and bring teachers and the books and the supplies to your work site and work with your employees to upskill your already employer base. Also, these employers that we partner with look to our classrooms when they get ready to hire. Because what? We can tell them this student comes to class every day, this student does their homework, this student participates. We can give them a lot of background information that helps them so that they can, you know, eliminate going through those that, okay, once they get hired, they're not going to work, they're not going to do time. We can give them that background information for employees from the student bases that we have. And also college. We want students to enroll in college and higher learning. Here is our civics education activity. We love citizenship, we love history. And here, this was several years ago, we partnered to hold, this was on Constitution Day, and which is coming up, I believe, here in September, October, Constitution Day. And so we celebrated with students at the Mercury Museum and universities were there. You see most of the staff, I'm so excited. Next, medical assistant PRA students, because you know that in the medical field, we need more people. We need more people in the medical field. Especially consultations. I was at a Parkland Hospital event the other day. And the conversation was around getting information to our residents about things that will help them to have a longer life, especially with those coming from low-income areas, just having the information. And so we have community health worker classes where we are training community health workers. We have the medical assistant classes. And all of the students that go to those classes receive the CPR training. So hopefully, if you're ever anywhere, you'll have one of our students with you if you need CPR. Okay, hopefully you won't need it. Next, teachers and medical assistant. We also, again, as I mentioned, we have a teacher assistant program where students are learning how to help in the school district and become a part of the school district. Next. Solve slowly entrepreneurship. Remember I mentioned entrepreneurship because we know that, hey, we have a lot of ideas and a lot of creative ways to spin those ideas. And so here we partner with Solves on making t-shirts. So students learn how to be entrepreneurs, learn how to open up their own businesses, and then before they leave, we give them an idea of one business that's easy to do. You can do it in your home, and that's creating t-shirts and hats. Next, hospitality and tourism, right? Hotels. We want the hotels here in Irving, and they are coming. We want tourists to come to Irving, and so we have training classes for hospitality and tourism to help us work in those hotels, work in those restaurants, and then we, of course, we need more. Next. Home Depot Carpentry. Okay, Home Depot Carpentry. We partnered with Home Depot. In fact, if any of you came to our last resource fair, the Urban ISD resource fair, you saw that Home Depot was a part of that resource fair. In fact, they had probably the largest booth there. They made over 700 hot dogs that day, I hear. And so if you came, you enjoyed some of those. But they've been a partner with us for years in helping us build construction jobs. Next. Forklift operators. I mentioned that to you. And guess what? The forklift operators, we are finding, because more women are coming to our programs, we're giving them the opportunity. Hey, guess what? It's not limited to just men. We can have women. Women can drive forklifts. And so we've had a lot of women come and enroll in these classes for our forklift operators. Next. Warehouse and retail credential. This is a partnership with Retail Pays and several companies throughout the nation. We got together and built a curriculum around what do we need for those folks that want to be managers in retail or managers in the warehouse. And they got together and built a curriculum around it. And so our students come to us and enroll in this very short class. It's less than 4 weeks. And they graduate with a retail retail warehouse credential. Next. Automatic collision, that is a partnership, and that's upside down, sorry. I don't know what else. But we have our CTE, we partnered with CTE with the automatic collision. Again, I mentioned to you that Toyota, Irving, and Caliber Collision that we also partnered with to do these classes. This is a $1,500 certification that you get, no cost. And so Toyota has even sent some of their employees to our classes. Why? That benefits Toyota because they don't have to pay $1,500 and then they get specialized training for their employees. Well, if you have employees, if you have a special training in mind, talk with us because we may be able to host that training and help teach employability and soft skills to your students at the same time, to your employees at the same time. Next. Child development, as we mentioned, the CDA certification that was newly added this year. Next. Digital literacy for the workplace. No, there's no reason for anybody to be scared of the technology now. Why? Because Irving ISD education is here. And we help students become familiar with technology, with software, and we know that it changes and it moves so fast. Now we're, embarking on AI. What in the world is that? And so Irving ISD helps deliver classes and certifications for students dealing with technology. All right, there we go. If any of you have heard anything that you're interested in that might have piqued an interest in, hey, I got some employees, or maybe I have some workers that I want to send to adult education, or maybe I want to host a class. Again, it's no cost to you. The classes can extend from 3, 6, 9 weeks. They're at your location. We have one employer that we work with, Samar. They actually pay their employees time to come to the classes, and we hold it there at their site. We have another one that adjusted the schedules of the employees for this short time period so that we can have a class there, so we can specialize those classes and change the schedules however you need it if you're interested. If you want to help and contribute, you have some experts, some trainers who may be interested in joining our program to teach maybe a certification that we need that is needed here in the community. Speak with us because we want that talent. Okay, do I have any questions? All right. All right. Okay.
Thank you for your presentation. Adult education is I have 2 small grandsons, 7 and 8. And it's amazing to me that the careers that they will probably have didn't exist when I was that age, and may not exist now. But I want to give you something. Our club, this is the 4-way test medallion of the things we think, say, and do. And the first is it the truth? So when you go, and I have good information that a certain member of this club grilled a new council member. Is it the truth? And that's what we need to ask. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bill Baxter, would you come up and give us just a brief recap of what you're doing for us? Now, back earlier this year, our club transitioned to this gentleman who is helping us keep track of the flags and the routes and all of that stuff. You haven't met him? Here he is.
So how many in this room have put out flags, delivered flags? So I've been doing it.
Ask them how many have built flags.
How many of you have built flags? All right, there you go. This is a race for our Rotary clubs. A whole bunch of money, that's much. It's a very valuable endeavor that we do. I've been doing the flag program, well, not for Irving, but for my own club for 14 years. And previously to starting my own company, I worked for Microsoft and I worked in internal development. I learned how to build software. So when my club handed over an Excel spreadsheet to me and says, take over a flag program with 350 flags, I couldn't do that and run my company at the same time. So I started on this dream of building software that would manage all of it. 10 years later, we've got a beautiful piece of software that does that. It works very well and it manages all the aspects of a flag program. And if you've ever been involved in the day-to-day nitty-gritty with flag programs of new subscribers and renewal subscribers, and you missed my flag and where's my sleeve and my flag's torn, it's a lot of work. Our software does that automatically now, at least a lot of it does it automatically, so it takes a lot of the pain and drudgery out of running the flag program. There's still a ton of work that needs to be done, and that includes mostly around the delivery aspect. But together with the software and folks like you who give their time and resources to deliver the flag, show the patriotism within Irving, and raise the money for Irving and the Rotary Club and all the things that it benefits for the club, it's just an awesome program. And I'm so happy to be a part of your club's program and all of the flag programs around the Dallas-Fort Worth area, because I think it's just a great program, not only for the Rotary, but for our citizens as well. So thank you. Thank you.
So, as far as flags, remember the 27th of this month, we'll build flags on that day. And we raised $73 towards flooding, which is not bad for the first time. Now that you know that we're going to be doing this every week, get a little bit more out of the ATM. With that, we will do the four-way test. This is Caperton. Would you all stand and lead us in a four-way test of things we think, say, and do?
Please join me in repeating the four-way test, like Bill said, of the things we think, say, or do. First,
Is it true?
second,
Is it their law concern?
third, fourth.
Thank you, and to all of our guests today, please come back and be with us. We have a great club, we have a lot of fun, and we have an announcement over here, Rob Nelson.
I think this is Ray Wednesday's recommendation for our new flag distribution.
All at one time.
That'll work. With that, we are adjourned.
Bye, Max. Bye, Robert. Thank you.